Adam Matos and Megan Brown met in Pennsylvania. At the time, Megan was dating someone else, but she still started a relationship with Adam. Just 2 months later, Megan found out she was pregnant. She gave birth to a baby boy and named him Ishmael Tristan Santisteban. Megan's boyfriend at the time believed Ishmael was his child and was ready to raise him. But after a DNA test, it turned out Adam was the real father. After that, Megan and her boyfriend broke up. As parents, Megan and Adam didn't see eye to eye. Megan was kind and patient with Ishmael, while Adam believed in strict discipline. This difference caused a lot of arguments and fights. Sometimes, Megan's father had to step in before things got too serious. Megan's step-grandmother, Linda, once convinced Adam to take parenting classes. She hoped it would help the couple work things out. This was especially important because Ishmael was autistic and needed special care. But the classes didn't really change anything. Adam stayed quiet and withdrawn. Sometimes he was kind, but he often had sudden angry outbursts. He was also unemployed, which made things worse between him and Megan. Eventually, Megan and her family decided to move to Florida. Adam followed them because he wanted to stay close to Ishmael. But now, he was expected to get a job and help with rent. In Florida, Megan started working at a bar. There, she met a man named Nicholas, and they began dating. On August 28, 2014, things took a dark turn. Adam became furious. He pushed Megan against a wall, held a knife to her throat, and threatened to kill her. Megan had told her co-workers before that Adam was becoming more and more violent. Luckily, Adam didn't hurt her that night. Ishmael woke up and Adam left the house. Megan was terrified and didn't want to leave her home. She called 911 for help.
Can you spell the street name for me, please? Okay, what is your name? What is it? What is your first name?
Brown, like the color.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
I just moved here.
Tell me exactly what happened, Megan.
My son's dead. I just came home, and my son's dad put a knife to my throat. Cut my hand, I'm like bleeding everywhere, and my son's freaking out. I really don't want to do this in front of anybody.
Sure. Okay. Where is he at?
It's your fault.
Okay, when did it occur?
He did this in my son's room. My son woke up.
Okay, ma'am, he cut your hand with a knife?
Yes.
All right.
Bleeding everywhere.
Okay, that's the father of your son?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, it's gonna be okay.
I'm scared. Baby, look at me. You wanna play a morning song? Come on.
Okay, so give me a,
It's okay, baby. Number two. I'm sorry. You just have to come up here and say, you literally tried to kill me.
okay, you left the vehicle on foot.
I'm sorry, he doesn't have a license. She probably has a shirt,
Jamie.
He had the bike and he had no shirt on. He had...
Okay, hold on, Megan. Hold on a second with me. Hold on with that. I already got deputy dispatch for you, so give me a time delay, okay, when that happened, when he cut you with the knife.
He just did it 10 minutes ago.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, what is his name?
Matos, Adammatos.
Okay, how old is he?
He's 28.
28? Okay.
Almost 29.
Okay, what is he wearing?
He was wearing no shirt when he left. I don't even remember what. He was wearing shorts and
Later that day, Megan also called her boss to say she couldn't come in because she was scared for her life. That call to her boss was the last time anyone confirmed Megan was alive. That night, around 11:45 p.m., neighbors heard gunshots. Adam had shot Megan and her father. Then, he beat Megan's mother and her boyfriend Nicholas to death with a hammer. After the murders, he went on Craigslist to try and sell their belongings. Ishmael was still in the house while all of this happened. For the next couple of days, Adam left him alone in the home for hours at a time. Soon, the smell of the dead bodies started to spread through the neighborhood. Linda, Megan's step-grandmother, hadn't heard from her since August 28th. She got worried and called the police to do a welfare check. When officers arrived at the home, they found blood in several places, inside the house, in the garage, and in the family van. Not far from the house, they found 4 dead bodies. Adam was already on the run with Ishmael. He took a cab to a bus station but couldn't catch a bus that day. Instead, he checked into a nearby motel. Police tracked him down and arrested him there. At his trial, Adam claimed he acted in self-defense, but the court didn't believe him. He was convicted in November 2017 on 4 counts of first-degree premeditated murder for killing Megan Brown, his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, her parents Gregory and Margaret Brown, and her boyfriend Nicholas Leonard. During the penalty phase, 11 of 12 jurors voted for the death penalty, but Florida law requires a unanimous decision, and a single dissenting juror spared him from execution. As a result, the judge sentenced him to 4 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole, 1 for each murder. Timothy Wilson had a long history of hurting children. His abusive behavior started years ago when he was married to a woman named Amanda Powell. At the time, Timothy was serving in the military and living in Washington. Amanda had 2 young children, aged 2 and 4. In the beginning, she thought Timothy was a kind and caring man, but things quickly changed. Timothy started acting very controlling. He didn't let Amanda drive the family car or even talk to other military wives. He also began threatening her. One day, things got so bad that Amanda tried to protect her children during a fight with Timothy. She hit him with a jewelry box and broke his nose. But when the military police showed up, they arrested Amanda instead of Timothy. She ended up in jail. Eventually, Amanda and Timothy broke up. But Timothy didn't stop hurting others. He later got married again, this time to a woman named Kristen Swan. She had a young son from a previous relationship. Sadly, Timothy took his violence to a new level with this 11-year-old boy. Kristen did not stop Timothy from hurting her son. The boy looked very thin and unhappy. In fact, he was around 9 kilos underweight. What Timothy did to this child was beyond cruel. He would hang him upside down by his ankles and hit him with a wooden spoon, a back scratcher, and even his fists. The boy had injuries all over his body from the constant beatings. In January 2021, something happened that finally brought all this to light. The family went out to eat at a restaurant in Orlando called Mrs. Potato. Timothy didn't let his stepson order any food. The other child was eating, but this boy was left out. He had visible bruises on his face and looked very scared. The restaurant manager, a woman named Flaviani, noticed something was wrong. She quietly passed a note to the boy asking if he was okay. He shook his head no. Then she gave him another note asking if he needed help. The boy looked around nervously but finally made a small motion showing that yes, he needed help. Flaviani didn't waste any time. She called 911 and told the dispatcher what was happening. She explained that the boy had bruises on his face and hands and that he wasn't being given food. She said he looked scared and that the rest of the family seemed to be treating him very differently from the other child. She was nervous, but she stayed calm and gave the police all the information they needed.
Orlando Police 911, this is Fahad on the recorded line. What's the address of your emergency?
Yes.
All right, do you need the police or the paramedics there?
I don't know. I need you. I don't know what to do. I'm a manager of a restaurant, and we have some customers here with 2 kids. One of the kids is with a lot of bruises on his arms and on his face.
Okay.
and the parent is not done giving food for him, but is giving to the another kids that are with them. And the one is so quiet, and I asked him on a paper if he needs help. And first he turned his head saying that no, but he keep looking at me, and I write in another page if he needs help again. And he make me a sign that yes, he needs help. So I don't know what to do.
Okay, so are they at the restaurant right now?
Yes.
Okay, what's the name of the place?
It's Mrs. Potato Restaurant.
Mrs. Potato Restaurant?
Mrs. Potato,
All right, and the family that's there, is it, how old is the child, first of all? How old does he look to you?
About 8 years old. It's a couple with 2 kids, a little girl and the boy. The boy is the one that our parents is in trouble. I'm super concerned, and I don't know what to do. Can you give me some advice what I can do?
Well, I can send the police over there. You're just gonna. The only thing is they have to see that the police has to be able to see them when they get there, so they can talk to the child. It's the only thing we can say. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Flaviani.
Flavioni?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's a good phone number to reach you?
Qual que é o telefone daqui? 290. Just a second. Just a second. I need to confirm. I'm so nervous right now.
Okay.
Okay? They are about to leave in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, hold on. All right, Flavioni, I'm going to go ahead and send the police over to you. We're asking everybody that's meeting with the officers if you've had the flu, any flu-like symptoms, or had contact with somebody that has recently?
No.
Okay. Also, how many people did you say were there in total again? I'm sorry?
It's a family of 4, 2 kids and 2 adults. One
Family
kid
of 4,
about...
so 2 kids and 2 adults?
Yes.
Okay. And the other kids are being treated fairly from what it looks like?
I'm sorry?
The other kids look like they're being treated fairly?
No, just the boy is with bruises and he's not eating. The others are eating. And when we get their orders, we ask what the boy is going to eat. And the father, the man said, no, he's not going to eat anything. He's going to have his dinner at home. And the 3 is eating, and the boy is separate from them, and they give anything to him.
Okay. All right. Well, just keep an eye on them. Of course, you can't stop them from leaving or anything, but I will let the police will come out there as soon as possible. Just call us back if anything changes before they leave. Just to confirm, also, do you see any weapons on anybody?
No.
Okay. Did you ever see him being assaulted in any way or anything like that, or no?
No.
Okay, got it. All right, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Just a few minutes later, the police arrived. They saw the bruises on the boy's face right away. One of the officers who interviewed him was so moved by his story that she almost started crying. The injuries were so serious that the police believed the boy might not have survived much longer if help hadn't arrived when it did. When they spoke to the boy's mother, Kristen, she admitted that she knew about all of it, but she never tried to stop it. Timothy was arrested and charged with hurting a child and neglect. And Kristen was also charged with neglect. As police looked further into the case, they found out even more disturbing details. Timothy had been starving the boy as punishment for not completing certain exercises. He even set up cameras around the house to watch and control him at all times. Thanks to the quick thinking of the restaurant manager, this boy was finally saved from a terrible situation. In 2016, Cedric Larry Ford was working as a painter at a company called Excel Industries in Newton, Kansas. He was originally from Florida and was on probation at the time. Cedric had a long history with the law. He was first arrested at the age of 18 for hiding a firearm. Over the years, he was also charged with drug possession, assault, battery, theft, and breaking the rules of his parole. These problems followed him for most of his adult life. In February 2016, things took a turn for the worse. Cedric's ex-girlfriend got a restraining order against him after their relationship ended. She said he had been violent with her. During one argument, he even strangled her. She was afraid of what he might do, especially because he had a short temper and often drank heavily. When Cedric was given the restraining order by police, he became very upset. He had been drinking and also using methamphetamine. The drugs and alcohol made his behavior even more unpredictable. Cedric also had guns. His ex-girlfriend had helped the police take the weapons away from him earlier, but after he threatened her, she gave them back. On February 25, 2016, Cedric went on a violent rampage. He was under the influence of alcohol and drugs when he started shooting. Around 5 p.m., he fired shots from his vehicle at 2 cars stopped at an intersection. One person was shot in the shoulder, while the other managed to get away unharmed. After that, Cedric drove to another location and fired at more traffic. His shots caused a car crash. He then shot the driver of another car in the leg, stole that car, and drove to his workplace. When Cedric arrived at Excel, he walked inside and began shooting at his coworkers. The scene quickly turned into chaos. Many people inside the building called 911, reporting that several people had been shot and that the gunman was still on the loose. People were scared and trying to hide. Some were helping those who had been injured.
Harvey County 911.
We have an active shooter at Excel Industries. We have multiple injuries.
Okay. We have that information. Do you know where he's at?
He is in Plant 4 right now.
Plant 4?
Yes.
Okay.
I got people all over the place. I don't know. I can't account for anybody.
Okay, what's your name?
Harvey County 911.
Yeah, we've got an emergency up here at Excel. We have shots fired.
Where at in Excel?
We're in the front office right now. They're out there somewhere on the floor shooting.
Do you know how many, where at, just in Plant 4?
Plant 1, up here in Plant 1 that we know of, up here by the front offices.
How many people are hit?
People are hit.
How many people?
3 or more. Multiple people shot all over this freaking place.
Okay.
A black male.
It's a black male?
A weapon. He's in the office. We're all across the street.
He's in the office?
Well, there's one car on scene, police car. There's another one.
Harvey County 911.
Yes, I need a police and medical at XL Fire, or XL Lawnmower.
At
We
Excel?
got people that shot.
We do have people on the way to Excel. Where are you located?
I'm in Plant 1. We got people down.
Plant 1. How many patients do you
I
have?
got four people shot.
4 shots. Do you hear any other shots being fired right now?
Outside. The guy's outside shooting.
Okay, can you secure the door so we cannot get back in?
It's locked.
It is locked. Is there any other entrances? Can you get those
There's
secured?
several, but I got people shot and
Yes, we have help on the way. Stay on the phone with me, okay? Your patients that are inside. Tell me about their injuries. Can we put some pressure on wounds? Where are they at?
we got one that's real. We got 2 that's real bad. You need to get here.
Okay.
We got 2 in the shoulder, 1 in the thigh, and 1 I don't know. He got shot in the head. We got 1 in the head.
Okay. This is what I need you to do for me, okay? The ones that have gunshots to the shoulder, can you get some pressure on those?
They got pressure on shoulder, pressure on thigh.
Great.
I'm going to go check on the other one.
So the other one, is everybody breathing? Can you tell me if everybody is breathing?
The one that's shot in the head, I don't know.
Can you check for me? Are you able to do
He's
that?
breathing. Just barely.
He's barely breathing. Is he laying on his back?
Yes, he is.
Okay, can you get to him? We're going to get his airway open.
Medic 1's en route.
Medic 110-4. It's going to be the area of Northwest 12th and Meridian. Have a report of somebody being shot. If you could just stand off for law enforcement for now.
The first police officer to arrive at the scene was met with gunfire from Cedric. The officer returned fire and shot Cedric, killing him at the scene. The damage Cedric caused was horrifying. 3 people were killed inside the plant and 14 others were injured. Later, an autopsy was done on Cedric. The report showed that he had a massive amount of meth in his system, about 135 times more than a normal dose. Experts believe that this, along with the alcohol he drank, made Cedric confused, aggressive, and unable to control himself. The combination likely pushed him over the edge. What happened that day was shocking and tragic. It left a town grieving, families in pain, and many wondering if anything could have been done to stop Cedric before things got so bad. Michael King was a plumber who had been divorced. When he was younger, he had a sledding accident that caused a serious brain injury. People who knew him said he wasn't quite the same after that. On the afternoon of January 17, 2008, something horrible happened. Around 2 p.m., Michael parked his car outside the home of a woman named Denise Amber Lee. He broke into her house, tied her up, and took her away. Denise was a 21-year-old mother and wife. Her husband came home from work and quickly noticed something was wrong. He couldn't find Denise and saw signs that someone had broken in. He immediately called 911 and told them he believed his wife had been kidnapped. Meanwhile, Michael drove Denise to his own home. There he hurt her. Later, he went to visit his cousin and asked for a flashlight, a gas can, and a shovel. He said he needed help getting a lawnmower out of a ditch. While at his cousin's house, Denise tried to escape, but Michael stopped her and forced her back into the car. His cousin saw this happen and asked what was going on, but Michael just told him not to worry. Even though his cousin didn't call the police, he told his daughter what he had seen. His daughter did call the police. Around 15 minutes later, something brave and amazing happened. While Michael was distracted talking to his cousin, Denise managed to get his phone. She secretly called 911. In the call, she tried her best to talk, but she was scared and didn't know where she was. The operator tried hard to get information, but the call didn't give police enough to track her. Michael's phone didn't have GPS, so they couldn't find her location.
Hello? Hello? Let me go. Please let me go. I want to see my family again. Okay. Hello? I'm sorry. Hello? I'm sorry. Please let me go. What are you doing? I want you there. Please let me go. Hello? Please let me go, please. Hello? Help me. What's the address? What's the address that you're at? Hello? What is the address that you're at? Hello, ma'am? Where are we going? I gotta go up to the mountain now. Up and around where? Well, can you see it? That's 4 streets, no, 5 streets over from your house. I couldn't everywhere. What's your name, ma'am? Hello? Please. What's your name? Please, my name is Denise. I'm your beautiful husband, and I just want to see my kids again. Your name's Denise? I'm sorry. Please, God, please protect me. Are you on I-75? Where are we? Please. Please. Where are you at? Can you tell if you're on I-75? I don't know where your phone is. I'm sorry.
Are you blindfolded? If you are, press the button.
I don't have your phone. Please, God. I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Do you know this guy?
I don't have phone. I'm sorry.
Denise, do you know this guy? She might have the phone laid down and not hear a thing I'm saying, too. He keeps saying on the phone.
I don't know where it is. Maybe if I could see it, I'll find it. No, sir.
Denise? How long have you been gone from your house? How long? Do you know how long you've been gone from your house? What's your last name? Lee?
Yeah.
Do you know what street? Your name's Denise Lee? Can you tell at all what street you're on?
No.
Do you know this guy that's with you?
No.
You don't know him from anywhere?
No, please. Oh, God, help me.
What's your address? What's your home address, do you know?
I don't know. Please take me to my house. Please take me home. I'm a please.
Can you see, or do you have a blindfold on?
I can't see. Where are we?
Can they turn off the radio or turn it down?
I can't hear you. It's too loud. Where are we? Are you going to help me? Are you going to let me out now? Help me?
Later that same day, another woman named Jane Kowalski was sitting in her car at a red light when she heard screaming coming from the car next to her. That car was Michael's. Jane thought a child was being kidnapped, so she called 911 too. Sadly, even though multiple people called for help, it wasn't enough to save Denise. It took the police about 3 hours to find and arrest Michael. By that time, Denise had already been killed. 2 days later, on January 19th, police found Denise's body. Michael had shot her in the head and left her in a shallow grave, less than 5 miles from where Jane had made her 911 call. When police questioned Michael, he lied and said he and Denise were on a date when some strangers kidnapped them both. The police didn't believe him, but let him talk, hoping he would reveal more. Once he was taken to trial, the evidence was very strong. During a search of his house, police found proof of the crime. Denise had also tried to leave clues behind. She pulled out some of her own hair and hid her wedding ring in Michael's car, hoping someone would find it. People were heartbroken, listening to her voice, knowing she was fighting for her life. In the end, Michael King was found guilty of murder and was sentenced to death. On November 28, 2016, at Ohio State University, students were starting their day like any other Monday. But that morning turned into a nightmare that they would never forget. The attacker was Abdul Razak Ali Artan, a 20-year-old student originally from Somalia. On the outside, Abdul seemed like a normal, kind young man. His mother said he was a loving son who helped drive his siblings to school and always looked out for his family. He smiled often, was polite, and went about his studies like any other student. But behind the smile, Abdul was dealing with a lot. He and his family had left Somalia as refugees back in 2007. They first lived in Pakistan, then moved to the United States in 2014 as permanent residents. At first, Abdul stayed in a temporary shelter in Texas before settling down in Ohio. Despite his tough background, he pushed himself academically. He completed 2 years at Columbus State Community College and earned his associate's degree. Then he transferred to Ohio State University to continue studying. But things were starting to fall apart in his mind. As a refugee and a Muslim, Abdul felt like an outsider. He said in an interview with the school newspaper that he was scared to pray in public. He was afraid people would judge him or be hostile just because of his religion. This feeling of being left out and misunderstood made him angry and confused. Unfortunately, Abdul started looking for answers in all the wrong places. He began watching online videos and reading material made by extremist groups. Soon, Abdul became more and more obsessed with these radical beliefs. He read guides that explained how to attack innocent people using everyday weapons like knives and cars. These guides encouraged attacks on easy targets, people just walking around, selling flowers, or playing sports. Abdul's mind was now completely changed. He saw himself as a soldier in a holy war. He believed that hurting others was not only okay but necessary. And sadly, no one around him noticed how dangerous he had become. Then came the day of the attack. Abdul had traveled over 400 miles to Washington, D.C., just to buy a specific knife. He also bought another knife at a local Walmart the day before the attack. He posted on Facebook about being angry at how Muslims were being treated around the world. He said people wouldn't find peace until Muslims were given peace. He ended the post by warning that Muslims were not weak and that others needed to remember that. At around 9:50 a.m., someone pulled a fire alarm at a science building on campus, claiming there was a gas leak. This forced students and staff to gather outside while the issue was being checked. Everything seemed calm. Then, without warning, a silver Honda Civic sped toward the group. It jumped the curb and plowed into the crowd. People screamed and ran as bodies hit the ground. A professor and even a police officer were among those hit. Abdul then jumped out of the crashed car holding a knife. He began slashing and stabbing at random, trying to hurt as many people as possible. Panic spread quickly. Students ran for shelter, hid in classrooms, and barricaded doors. Others called 911, begging for help.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, Watts Hall on OSU's campus. Somebody just drove through a crowd full of people. He's not firing a gun. Or I don't know who's firing a gun. Looks like a campus police officer.
Okay,
You just drove through. We need an ambulance here fast, please. There's a guy hit. He's on the ground. There's another person on the ground.
Hold on. Let me get you over to OSU PD, okay? What's this guy look like with the gun? Do you know?
It was a black male. He took off running. He looks like they stopped him. There's an ambulance coming up the street right now.
What kind of car was it?
It's sitting right here. It's a silver Honda Civic. This guy's hit. The guy took off running that way.
911. Hey, it's Columbus with the transfer.
Ambulance here in front of Watts Hall, 19th and College Avenue right now. There's a man bleeding from his head.
Okay, wait a minute. Where are you?
Watts Hall, 19th and College Avenue.
19th and College?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on with him?
There's a man who drove a car through a group full of people. He hit an OSU employee. He drove it into a crowd of people. The car is now sitting in front of the building. The man got out of the car and took off running. But I just need an ambulance here right now. There's a man who is bleeding from his chest is on the ground.
2041, Watts Hall on OSU's campus. I'm going to get your medic.
Yes, ma'am.
A campus police officer named Alan Harujko was already nearby, helping with the earlier gas leak report. Alan had just finished a long overnight shift, but volunteered to help that morning anyway. When he saw the car crash, he thought it was an accident at first, but when he heard people screaming, he rushed in. Alan quickly found Abdul running with the knife, chasing and attacking people. He shouted for him to drop the weapon, but Abdul didn't stop. Instead, he turned and charged straight at the officer. With students nearby, Alan had to wait until there was a clear shot. Finally, when Abdul ran toward a woman and then looked back at the officer, Alan fired. He hit Abdul multiple times in the head and chest. Abdul died at the scene. It all happened within a minute of the attack starting. Students nearby later said that Abdul had a crazed look in his eyes. Thanks to Officer Allen's fast reaction, no one else was seriously hurt after that. In total, 11 people were injured, 6 from the car and 5 from stab wounds. Thankfully, all of them survived and made full recoveries. Abdul was the only person who died that day. After the attack, ISIS claimed responsibility, calling Abdul one of their soldiers. However, the FBI found no proof that anyone helped him plan the attack. It seemed he had acted alone, but was heavily influenced by what he read and watched online. It was a quiet Saturday afternoon when 35-year-old Sarah Nicole Morales, a local librarian who was pregnant, was driving along Volusia Avenue. While on the road, a 40-year-old man named Andrew Dare was riding his motorcycle. He tried to pass Sarah's car, but Sarah did not like this. Instead of letting him go around her, she suddenly swerved her car into his lane. Andrew was forced to quickly move out of the way so he wouldn't crash. Andrew started shouting and waving at her while they continued down the road. Instead of backing off, Sarah did something shocking. She hit his motorcycle again. This time, she made contact, leaving marks on his bike and almost causing him to fall. Other drivers saw what happened. They tried to get Sarah to stop her car and wait for the police, but she didn't listen. Instead, she sped off and tried to get away. One of the witnesses called 911 to report what happened.
911, where's your emergency?
Hello? Oh, yeah, there's a lady in a blue Kia Mustang. She just hit some 2 guys on the fucking bike. Her license plate is... Hey, don't worry, I just got cops. Yeah, oh, no, you're from your phone.
Where are you? Where are you?
West Boston and North Georgia Avenue.
Okay. Why are people yelling, sir? I can't hear or understand what's going on.
The guys were yelling at her because she got her to pull over the side of the road. She got wiped off the deal on the big bike.
Okay. Okay. So, was anybody hit?
Yeah.
Somebody was hit? Was it a person or a motorcyclist or someone in the vehicle?
It was a person on the motorcycle that got hit by a car.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is the motorcyclist down on the ground? Is he breathing and conscious?
He's fine.
Okay.
The lady just took off the left.
What kind of vehicle was it?
It's a blue Kia. I'm trying to get up to it. Yeah, exactly what
okay, because I couldn't understand you with the tag number. But the motorcyclist is fine?
Yeah, the guy on the motorcycle is fine. We are following this lady wherever she's going.
Meanwhile, Sarah drove home to East Wisconsin Avenue. Andrew and 2 other witnesses, Cody Drew and Nicholas Hurst, followed her in their vehicles. They didn't want her to escape before the police arrived. One of them stayed on the phone with 911, helping officers find Sarah's location.
Hi, this is the sheriff's office. I'm calling you back. Where are you guys?
I'm trying to figure out a road name, but
my unit is in the area trying to figure out where you all are.
Ma'am?
I said my unit is in the area trying to figure out where you all are.
She's at this house, and we're at the house talking to some lady at the
okay.
Lady of the owner of the house. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can you give me an address, sir?
Yeah, I'm trying. What's the address, my friend? They're already on the phone.
All right, thank you.
You are 3 men. You followed me.
What's that?
Oh, damn, lady down,
Put the gun on.
I can read this.
Did somebody get shot?
Yes, ma'am. Lady shot, dude pulled a gun out on her. He shot her in the thing, self-defense.
After shooting Sarah, Andrew stayed on the scene. He didn't try to run. When police arrived, body camera footage showed Andrew lying on the ground with his hands up. He followed all the officers' commands. In the video, Andrew tells the officers that Sarah tried to kill him and the other 2 men. He says he only defended himself and didn't want to hurt anyone. Sarah was rushed to Halifax Hospital, but sadly she didn't survive her injuries. Her unborn baby also passed away. After a full investigation, no charges were filed against Andrew. Police said he acted in self-defense. He also had a legal permit to carry a weapon in Florida. 15-year-old Giovanni Diaz and 16-year-old Dylan Murray were friends who lived in Lake Wales, Florida. They weren't best friends, but like most teenage boys, they hung out sometimes and had fun together. A few weeks before March 19th, Gio told Dylan something personal. He said that 2 years ago, he had a relationship with a girl they both knew. What Gio didn't know was that Dylan had strong feelings for that girl. Even though she didn't like Dylan back, he was still very jealous. When Gio shared what happened between him and the girl, Dylan saw it as a betrayal. On the morning of Monday, March 19th, Dylan texted Gio and asked him to meet up. He told him to come hang out at The Rocks, a place in the woods where local kids like to go. Gio agreed. Throughout the day, Dylan sent 13 more messages reminding Gio about their plan. Gio didn't respond to those texts, but he did show up later that afternoon. About 15 minutes after the two boys met in the woods, Dylan was seen leaving alone. He came across someone on the way and said he had hit his friend with a bat and didn't know what to do. The person told him to go home and call 911. After Dylan left, the witness went into the woods and found Gio's body on the ground with a metal baseball bat next to him. When Dylan got home, he called 911. On the call, he told a story that made it sound like he was the one attacked and only hit Gio in self-defense.
I saw him walking, and he brought me to the woods, and he took my baseball bat and tried to beat me. He tried to attack me, and then me and him got into a fight, but I had the baseball bat, and I don't know if he's dead, because I hit him so many times, man. Dad! Dad, help! Dad, help! Dad, help! He was trying to kill me! Gio tried to kill me, and I think I killed him. I'm not playing, Dad. He texted me in the morning. He told me to come to the woods by myself with the baseball bat, because after we were going to get some smoke, he was going to go get Zach to play baseball because he had a baseball. Then he said he had to take a piece. Then all of a sudden, he's behind me with the baseball bat. He tried to hit me. I grabbed it. All he did was punch me in the face, but I hit him one time and said, stop. He's like, now you're going to get it, and came back with his hands, and I just keep hitting him and hitting him. They're saying I'm going to go to jail if he dies.
But when emergency services got to the scene, it was too late. Gio had been hit in the face and head at least 9 times. He died from his injuries. The metal bat found next to him was badly bent from the beating. Dylan was arrested. At first, he told police that Gio had invited him to smoke in the woods, and while they were there, Gio picked up the bat and tried to hit him. Dylan said he managed to block the attack and grab the bat, then punched Gio. He claimed that Gio charged at him again, so he hit him with the bat. Then, as his anger took over, he said he kept hitting him. But the police quickly realized Dylan was lying. There were no signs that Dylan had been punched or hit with a bat. Text messages showed that Dylan was the one who had asked Gio to come to the woods, not the other way around. Also, a witness came forward and said that just days before the attack, Dylan had said something very disturbing. I wonder what it feels like to kill somebody. Police also found Dylan's Facebook posts, which were full of dark and violent messages. It was clear he was fascinated by violence. They also learned that Dylan had a violent past. When he was 14, he had 3 charges for battery. One of those was for punching Gio, and another was for slapping a girl. The third was for attacking his own father. Even with all that history, he was never punished for those earlier charges. As the investigation continued, Dylan finally told the truth. He said that when they met in the woods, they started talking. Gio mentioned again the past relationship he had with the girl. That made Dylan angry and jealous. He picked up the metal bat and swung it. Gio asked, "What are you going to do? Hit me with it." That's exactly what Dylan did. He hit Gio hard, over and over again, not stopping even after Gio was on the ground. Later, Dylan told police that he kept hitting Gio so that he could never talk to the girl again. Dylan was charged with first-degree murder. In Florida, this can mean the death penalty. His lawyers tried to say he wasn't mentally stable. They claimed he had schizophrenia and was on the autism spectrum. But in 2019, after 3 doctors looked at him, a judge ruled that Dylan was fit to stand trial. He stayed in jail the whole time during the case. In 2021, Dylan was sentenced to 60 years in prison. On February 27, 2019, a young woman in Flint, Michigan was in serious danger. Her name hasn't been shared, but she was 22 years old and 8 months pregnant. She was dating a 24-year-old man named Mark Covington. Even though they were close, Mark had a history of hurting her. He had been abusive in the past, both emotionally and physically. On this day, things got worse. That afternoon, the young woman reached out to her family. She told them that Mark had beaten her again. She was terrified, not just for herself, but also for her unborn baby. She didn't want to call the police right away. She was afraid of what might happen if Mark found out. So instead, she asked her family to help her. Her sister quickly called 911 and explained what was going on. She told the dispatcher that her pregnant sister was being beaten by her boyfriend and was asking for help.
Genesee County 911.
Hi, I need the police at 702. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your name?
My sister is over there getting beat by her boyfriend. She's pregnant. She is almost due, maybe like probably in a month. She's getting beat by her boyfriend. She just texted me talking about help. She's crying. I don't.
Okay, what's your sister's name?
First time doing it. Her name is.
And what's her phone number?
Her phone number. I don't even. I don't want you to call her phone number and then you just get to the real details.
Right, I understand that, ma'am, but when the police get there, if they can't open the door, they're going to have to call her. Okay, what's the boyfriend's name?
His name is, yes. Yeah, he drives a,
And how old is he?
He like 25, I don't know, but he drives Denali.
Oh, okay, is he black, white, or Hispanic?
He's black.
Did she mention any weapons?
No, but he always have a gun on him, so I know he got a gun on him.
Has anything changed since you called last?
No, he's still up there beating her.
Okay. The information has been sent to the police officers. With the weather and the road conditions being the way they are, I cannot give you an ETA. All I can say is that the first available car will be dispatched to you, okay? If he returns or anything changes...
He's there now. He's in the house. He's locked. He's got her locked in the house. The fuck? How you want to can't be here? Ma'am. The fuck? Ma'am.
However, the police weren't able to respond right away. The dispatcher said they were short on available units and that someone would come as soon as they could. Because the roads were bad that day, things were even slower. The sister waited near the house, but didn't go inside. She was too scared of what Mark might do. When help still hadn't arrived, she asked another sister to come with her. They made another call to 911, asking again for someone to come. The sisters stayed nearby, hoping someone would show up in time. Meanwhile, their father also got a call from his daughter, the pregnant woman. She told him that Mark had taken her phone and locked her in the house. She was scared and told her dad to call the police. So, her father called 911 too.
If I need a cruiser to go to 90, call me saying her boyfriend got her locked in the house. Black.
You know what he's wearing today?
No, I haven't been over there. I just got the call. My daughter was like, he snatched her phone. She's like, Daddy, call the police. He's taking my phone. I have no idea, sir. She changed it because he keeps breaking her phone. She just got a new phone.
All right, we've got the call. We're going to get over there, okay? You have any weapons are involved by chance?
I have no idea, sir.
You know if anybody's been drinking or doing drugs by chance?
I haven't been over there. I have no idea, sir.
All right. Okay, we'll let them know. Thanks.
Finally, around 6 p.m., the pregnant woman managed to get her hands on a phone and called 911 herself. But by then, it was too late.
Your boyfriend... Listen to me. What happened?
My boyfriend been shot.
Okay, listen to me. Do you know who did this, ma'am? Listen to me. Don't hang up. Do you know? Can you talk talk to me?
Ma'am, please hurry up.
Ma'am, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm going to get you some help. Who did this?
902, please come on, ma'am, please.
Listen to me. Who shot him?
She told the dispatcher that someone had been shot. She couldn't speak clearly, but it became clear that she had shot Mark, using his own gun. The dispatcher tried to keep her on the phone and asked who had been shot, but the call was cut off. The dispatcher tried to call her back, but no one answered. A few minutes later, one of her sisters arrived at the house. She was shocked by what she saw. She picked up the phone and made the final 911 call.
Genesee County 911.
Somebody tell me 902.
What's going on? What's going on? I have not. What's going on there? You're not answering any of my questions.
The man that just got shot. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear that. Where is he shot at? Who shot him?
I didn't go now. I pulled up because he was beating on my sister.
Who shot him?
He got shot. I don't know, sir. I just got here.
Police arrived shortly after and found Mark Covington dead inside the house. He had been shot by his girlfriend during the fight. The young woman was taken into police custody that night, but her time there didn't last long. The next day, on March 1st, she was released. After looking into the case, authorities decided not to press any charges. They believed she had acted in self-defense. She had been attacked while 8 months pregnant. She was scared for her life and her baby's life. In the end, she did what she had to do to protect herself. Anthony Templet didn't have a normal childhood. His life started out in fear and isolation. When he was just 5 years old in 2008, his father, Bert Templet, kidnapped him from his home in Texas and took him to Louisiana. This wasn't the first time Bert had done something like this. When Anthony was only a baby, Bert once took him away just to hurt Anthony's mother, Linda. Bert had a long history of violence. Between 2001 and 2002, he was charged with assault 3 times. Though 2 of those cases were dropped, people close to him knew how dangerous he could be. Bert and Linda were together for 10 years, but it was far from a happy relationship. Bert was abusive in every way, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Even when Anthony was still a baby, Bert would hold him with one arm while hurting Linda with the other. In 2007, Linda finally got a protective order to keep Bert away. But within 2 months, he kidnapped Anthony, and she wouldn't see her son again for the next 11 years. Bert moved to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and tried to erase the past. He told Anthony that his mother was a drug addict who didn't care about him. In truth, Linda and the rest of the family never stopped looking. They even posted missing child flyers around Baton Rouge, especially because they knew Bert had relatives there. But no one found Anthony. Bert kept Anthony isolated from the outside world. He didn't let him go to school, didn't allow friends, and even tracked him through his phone. There were cameras around their home to monitor him constantly. Anthony had almost no contact with anyone outside of Bert's control. One of the few people in his life was his stepmother, Susan Templet. She homeschooled Anthony, starting with kindergarten-level lessons when he was already 10 years old. He was far behind in education. Susan taught him the basics, letters and simple math. But Bert told her to stop teaching him math, saying he could just use a calculator. Susan was also abused by Bert. He controlled every little thing she did. He had an app that told him when the car stopped running, how many grocery bags she brought home, and more. Their relationship was full of violence and fear. In January 2019, she finally got a protective order against Bert. She told the court how he had punched her, broken her tooth, and even threatened to murder her. He once threw her wedding ring and made her go find it, just to humiliate her. No one really knew what was going on inside that house. To outsiders, Bert just seemed strange. But behind closed doors, he was controlling and violent, and both Susan and Anthony were suffering. Then in June 2019, things reached a breaking point. Bert became suspicious that Anthony might be talking to Susan. Angry and paranoid, he went after his son. Anthony, now 17, tried to defend himself. He ran into Bert's room, shut the door, and grabbed a gun. When Bert tried to break in, Anthony opened the door and shot him 3 times, including in the head and chest. Right after the shooting, Anthony called 911 and told them what had happened.
An emergency.
I just killed my dad. What do I need to tell you?
So you said you just killed your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the address?
Is there any way for you to tell them I can go check if you want?
Well, I need to make sure that's the correct address. Is it Green Moss? Green?
Greay?
It's gray. Gray?
Yeah, gray as in like,
Okay.
You know, the color?
Gray Moss and...
Where Moss Avenue?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
So that's the correct number, the 17...
Yes.
Okay. And your phone number is 225... Okay, and is he still alive, or?
He might be. I don't know. I think I shot him like 3 times. I think.
You shot him 3 times?
I'm not sure how many times I hit him. I know there's blood on the floor, so I know he's at least been shot once.
Okay.
I shot 3 times at him. He's on the ground.
Okay, you shot him 3 times with a gun?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Or at least I tried to. He tried to attack me. We got into a fist fight, and I ran in his room and locked the door and grabbed the gun. And I unlocked the door, and he tried to and then I shot him.
Okay, and around what age is your father?
50-something.
Okay, 50.
Yeah, remember?
Okay.
Yes.
And are you there right now, or have you left?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. You still at your dad's house?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what's your name?
Anthony Joseph Templet. P-E-M-P-L-E-T.
P-U-M-P?
T-E-M, like a temple,
okay,
but add a T at the end.
Okay. Okay, and do you know exactly where you shot him at? The areas?
Yeah.
Where?
Excuse me?
Where?
The address I just gave you, I guess?
No, the different areas of his body.
I aimed for the head, but I might have him in the chest. I'm not quite sure. Are the cops coming? Is someone?
Yes, I have an ambulance on the way.
Okay.
Okay, sir, but I am going to transfer you over to another department. They have some additional questions to ask you, okay?
All right. Are you certain that the cops are coming to the right address? Like, I'm not 100% if I give you the exact right address.
Police arrived and arrested him. At first, he was charged with second-degree murder. But once the case gained attention, the truth started to come out. Anthony's mother and half-sister saw the story on the news and finally learned where he was. They rushed to help him. His sister, Natasha, said the family had no idea where Anthony had been all these years. She said he had been locked away and hurt by his own father. Although a detective on the case questioned why Anthony didn't have more visible injuries, many others believed that he had been living in constant fear for years. His defense team said that Anthony had suffered at the hands of his father his entire life. In March 2021, Anthony made a plea deal. He pleaded no contest to negligent homicide. This meant he didn't admit guilt, but accepted the punishment. He was given 5 years of supervised probation. Since he had already spent time in jail, that counted toward his sentence. The court also ordered Anthony to get his high school diploma, go through counseling, and either get a full-time job or go to school. If he follows all the rules, his record will be cleared. Anthony's lawyer said he finally has a chance to live a normal life. A life without fear, without control, and without abuse.